transmission mount on a manual transmission 2012 Mazda. Begin by removing these snap tabs to expose them. And then another one on the passenger side. Cover comes right off. And always remove the negative terminal first. So we're going to remove that with a 10mm socket. Socket. 10mm nuts, one on each side, and we'll unscrew those, and that will allow us to remove the battery. With both the nuts removed, you can remove this bracket that holds the battery into place, and now the battery is free to actually lift. We've removed our battery and placed it off to the side for now. 3 more 10mm to remove, one here, and another one at the front. Needle nose plier, grip with two tangs, and that was to hold the negative terminal wire into place. So we've done the same on this wiring harness. Next we can remove the computer system. Opening that exposes your computer cables. Note the orientation of the cables, so the one further aft is further forward for cable entrance, the one further forward is further aft for cable entrance. What you should do is use a flathead to pry in between here, and be very careful to not damage the computer component. You hear a click when you push. That small click allows you to raise the white piece up. Very carefully lift each computer terminal up and out and off to the side. Remove the plugs, and now we're going to gently remove the wire. There's one. Before we can remove all of the battery box, we need to remove the forward part upward. So they just disengage on both sides. In trouble, just push these out of the way, off to the side, and now we can move this out. And it is the forward piece. Removing the forward piece exposes the rest of the battery box. Okay, in order to actually remove the whole battery box, each of the 4 tabs, here's another one. So here, we just took a flathead and we pushed, and now I can push with my thumb. This off, and this to relieve the entire air system. Take it off. Here's the clamp. There's the nut of the V-band clamp. Oops. 10mm, so just like the others, we are going to remove that. So again, we pulled this and just worked it firmly off the throttle body. We remove this entire air system. You can see the butterfly valve in the throttle, stuck in that battery box. We can move that out of the way. We've tilted the entire battery box forward. One final connector right here, and we just need to squeeze that, and then we can remove the battery box. And our mount system is right here. 10mm nut, and that holds on a bracket that holds each of these cable hoses. And we'll break that. Now that that nut's off, pull the cable housing up. Floor jack with some wood, because this is aluminum. We don't want to damage the aluminum, but we just have it tight underneath so that the transmission doesn't shift. And we also have, as a precaution, a jack stand under a solid part of aluminum. There's a single 17mm bolt that actually holds the mount to the chassis. First, we're just using a 2-foot breaker bar with a long extension and a 17mm socket to remove each of these nuts. Here's one of the last nuts, right here. And one more right down there. All 17mm. Now for this installation, it's different than other Mazda 3s, but the airbox is actually connected via some grommets to the bottom of the mount bracket. I'm actually going to leave the bracket slightly above the mount. The mount is on top of these 4 studs, and it's aligned. But right now, the only thing holding the mount is this 17mm bolt. It's actually hanging this side of the transmission. So we broke this with a 2-foot breaker. The bolt's in pretty good condition, and now we can take the mount out and slide it out. I'm just going to slide it. I'm going to take the mounting bracket, kind of move it out of the way, and that's where the bolt goes through. And it hasn't really shifted much because of where our jack was. OEM bracket is here, and then the new bracket's right here. Notice that they're exactly the same in the mount area. Main arms, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kind of the corners are where there's a lot of support. So at this point, the OEM looks fine on this side. The rips are actually not structural rips. So we just ran down the bolt, about 100 foot-pounds, and you can see that the little nut that is part of the transmission on the left has risen. So that means that we've properly threaded the bolt in and aligned the transmission properly. Run the nuts back on these, 60-ish foot-pounds, so again 4 17mm, and then hand tighten this 10mm bracket bolt. Go ahead and reinstall this forward bolt on the front. Again, hand tight on this one. Just make sure that nothing's gotten into your throttle body. Nothing has. We'll take this top back on. So this goes here. And it's realigned and reinstalled. We'll take this, snap it back into place. This is a cooling hose. We'll take this guy, click, that goes right back in. And then finally we'll take the evap line. And for this one, we just want to be totally sure that we kind of provide back pressure on the hose as we shove it in. So just move it, rotate it a little bit. There it goes, centered. The back tab for the nut plate, and then there's another tab in the front for the actual bolt. And just hand tighten that. Screwing that past the nut plate so that we get a nice good seal right at the throttle body, and screw to hand tight with a Phillips head.